Alright, what you see in front of you is a box that I got today from Roku. That's right, I ordered a Roku player. In this case, it's the top of the line Roku XDS. And the reason I bought that is because I have a slightly older LCD flat panel TV that I'm going to hook it up to, and it only has one HDMI input, and I saved that for my DVD player. So this is going to be perfect. It actually comes with a proprietary component cable, and that's because one end is just a 3.5 millimeter jack, and then the other end are your basic component cables. And supposedly I have an HDMI in there as well. I spent, I think it was $19 more for the cable package, but that's only because you can't find the component cable anywhere else. So that's pretty much it. Let's get to it and open this baby up. Alright. First thing we see are the cables, the cable package that I got with it. And that's right here. Let's open that up so you can take a look and see what cables are in here. First thing is an HDMI cable. Don't really need one of those. I've got quite a few of them at this point, but I'm sure at some point it'll come in handy. This is an optical cable. Might use that at some point down the line, but this right here is what I ordered it for. This is the component cable. As you can see, on one end it's a 3.5 millimeter jack. On the other end you have your green, blue, and red ports. Inside of this box is the Roku box here. Let's put this, there's nothing else in this box, so let's put that to the side. And let's center that up real nice. It's a plain box. I mean, I've seen the Roku player, I've seen the Netgear Roku player at Best Buy, and it's a little bit fancier box than this, but who cares as long as what's inside works the way I think it will. Now let's open this up. Well, actually, on the back it says, let's see if I can get that in the screen here. Top 6 things to do when you set up your Roku. Link to your Netflix account. I don't know if you know this already, but the Roku player does Netflix. It says link to your next Netflix account or sign up. Choose a promising movie that actually says promising movie or TV show. Get cracking. Okay. Catch the latest blockbuster on Amazon Video on Demand. There are over 75,000 titles to choose from. That is one of the main reasons I'm getting this, or I got this box, is because of Amazon On Demand. They have quite a few titles, and I like the rental model better than the streaming model, but I don't know, we'll see. Browse the Roku channel store. There's a ton of stuff there, most of it totally free. We like free. There's a lot of content on the channel store, and I'm going to show you that once I set this up. Number 4 is set up your own personal music stations on Pandora and Mog, or access your music library using MP3 tunes. This Roku player, as I'll show you, actually has a USB port on it, so you can actually stream, or not stream, but you could actually play your own music through a hard drive on it. Number 5, catch up on news with Roku Newscaster. And then number 6, view your favorite photos from Flickr and Facebook. So it's a versatile little device here. And let's open it up. Let's open my trusty cutter first. And slice this open. And here we go. First thing you see is a nice little thing on the instructions here, or whatever the documentation is, that says hi here. Okay, and then the get started guide right here, and more documentation on the Roku. Now, the first thing you'll notice that this thing is quite small. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny box. I don't know what you compare it to, maybe two, not even, but two smartphones next to each other. Very, very small device. You have the remote, and I'll take these out of the plastic in a second. You have your basic RCA cables and AAA batteries included for the remote. And then in here, this is probably the power cord. Yes, power cord. And it's not big and obnoxious. It's a nice little AC adapter. And the box, it's all brown. And that's pretty much that. So let's open up the actual Roku and I'll show you the ports on it. Well, let's save that for last. Let's go to the remote first. The remote, let's see, has a little tab on it. So does the Roku player, which is kind of unique. You don't really see a fabric tab on electronics often, but you do on the Roku player. Now you have your basic navigational buttons here and an OK button. You have a home button, a back button. You have a return button, a star button, a play pause button, a fast forward, and a rewind button. Now if everything I've read is correct, this bottom piece, you pull it off, and hopefully I don't knock the camera over when I do it. No, it's pretty easy. And it kind of is like a sleeve. It's this bottom piece just fits right over on the bottom of the remote and put the batteries in there. And like I said, this is a little sort of like a fabric tag, a stiff fabric tag. That is the remote. Then the actual Roku and it should be the XDS. Yes, it is. Okay. The Roku XDS right here. Tiny, tiny, tiny box. Very tiny box. Now on top you have all these little vent holes here. On the front, pretty simple. It says Roku XDS. On the right side of it, I'll pull this plastic back a little bit, you'll see the USB port that you can plug a hard drive into and play different media, whether it be video or audio. On the left side, you have the tag, and this doesn't do anything. You don't pull on it or anything. It's just branding there, which is interesting. On the bottom, you have your information, Roku XDS. And on the back, the important part where all the ports are, we'll go from left to right. Over here is the component video port. And again, like I said, that is the 3.5 millimeter jack that you plug into that. Next to that is the optical audio. Next to that is the HDMI. Then you have an Ethernet port here. So you can actually run this wirelessly because it has wireless built in, or you can run it wired. Then you have your RCA jacks here, and then you have your power port over there. That is the Roku XDS. The next time you see it in one of my videos, I will be showing you the setup of it and pretty much just giving you an overview of it. So that's pretty much it for now. I'll see you next time.